whilst breastfeeding, I'll be screaming in pain. I had hemorrhoids when I had Jamal, and I still do have hemorrhoids. Hey guys, how are you guys doing? Today's video is a very different type of video. I'm in a very calm mood, and I want us to just really rub minds and talk about the realities of life, the very painful realities of life with regards to motherhood. For those that do not know, I just had my second baby, and I'm really happy. It's a blessing to be a mom, okay? But I just want you guys to know that Jamal, can I talk? I want you guys to know that it's a lot being a mom, and that's not the point, okay? The point is the fact that a lot of people go into motherhood without having a clue what they are going into. A lot of people go into marriage, as a matter of fact, without having an idea what they are going into, and that's because of, should I say, the society that we live in. I want to say something. So if a woman tells you she's not going to breastfeed her baby at all, or I'm going to breastfeed for 1 month, can you just let her be and understand that we're all different? See, motherhood is a lot. So anyhow, when you do you for body, anyhow your body feel carry on, don't allow anybody tell you nothing. Don't allow anybody make you feel like you're not mother enough. The fact that me, I breastfed my child for a year and a month, and if you did not breastfeed your baby at all, or you breastfed for 3 months, I'm not more of a mother than you. I'm not a better mother than you. Don't allow anybody tell you nothing. If a woman tells you she doesn't even want to have a baby, can you just let her be? Because I feel like when you know what it is about, you're able to make your choices. Somebody like me, if not that I went into the labor room with my friend, with my best friend, when she was going to give birth to my godson, oh my God, I probably would have died of postpartum depression. I probably would, because my friend even had postpartum depression. And having such a thing in Nigeria, a country where they do not care so much about it, they do not talk about it, you're not even allowed really to say stuff like that. When I say you're not allowed, I don't mean it literally, but you're not going to be seen as a strong woman. And you know how it be for our country. If something never had, then it never work. Like, for something to work, for a medication to work, it has to be very bitter. For you to be seen as a superwoman, you have to have had a vaginal birth when you suffer. So if you never suffer, then you're not woman enough, or you're not strong enough, which is really, really bad. Let's normalize talking about these things. I remember where I shared a video about my whole pregnancy experience and how pregnancy was dealing with me. And I pinned somebody's comment. She said, "Who wants to see puke?" All these YouTubers, they do the most for views. Now, trust me, I shouldn't have even put a clip of me throwing up. I apologize. I apologize for that. It wasn't good, but I think I gave a warning or something that, oh, skip it, or you're about to see something nasty. But it came from a place of me trying to be bare with you guys and open enough with you guys for you guys to see what happens behind the scenes, and not when I make up and come out here and you guys say, oh, you're so pretty. No, I want you guys to see what I really looked like. And Jamal, please now, maybe give him something to eat. Pistachios. And somebody responded to her and said, I want to see puke. I'm so grateful for these YouTubers because they've been able to teach me what I've not been able to learn in school and what society has not been able to teach me. And I understood her. I was happy she responded like that to that person, because for real, if not before the fact that I follow my friend enter labor room, and the fact say I see 1 or 2 delivery videos for YouTube, and the fact say I did really learn from YouTubers, I for really know waiting to expect with regards motherhood. Oh, motherhood. They sing motherhood up and down. Oh, marriage. They sing them up and down. If not for some people that are able to come out bare here on this platform, I wouldn't know what I was going into. And it's very crazy. I remember when my baby's health visitor came here to visit me, she was trying to know if I had any form of postpartum depression. And she told me how that, please, I should speak up at any single point. That even if I'm not feeling it now, if I feel funny along the line, I should please speak. They're here to help me. That a lot of times in this country, You know, mothers have opened the window around 2 a.m. to throw their babies out of the window from up. Say, no, my picking be that. You know, that's not my baby. They throw their babies away because of this thing called postpartum depression that we do not talk about. People don't talk about what labor really feels like. What we're used to is, when you enter, you will experience it now. And that's not good. That's not fair. Let people know what they are going ahead to do, just to be sure that they really want to do it. If you've been able to experience it, why don't you share your experience? Why don't you share your experience with somebody? Why don't we talk about it? Why don't we normalize talking about things like that? We should, especially we in Nigeria, we should normalize other ways of giving birth. Till now, people still reject CS. God forbid, I must born like Hebrew woman. I must be, you know, they'll reject CS, they will die. You know, there's a story of a woman that was supposed to go for CS, but she went to church instead. She died in the church where she was praying that no, she won't born like Hebrew woman. We should normalize talking about these things so people can know that there is nothing wrong in, I mean, I have a friend that will tell you that I'm going to check myself into the hospital, like I'm checking myself into the hotel, and I'm going to have a C-section. I'm not going to go through all of this drama. God, especially when she saw my delivery video, she was like, that's crazy. I have two friends like that they are very sure they're not going to even go ahead with natural vaginal birth. So we should normalize things like that. We should normalize talking about IVF. Oh, I had an IVF, for example. You know, tell people you had an IVF. There's nothing wrong. It does not make you less of a woman. It's just you helping somebody else, because information is key. Information is everything and more. So share as much as you can. Women, let us be there for each other. Let us share our experiences and our stories with other people so they can be sure. Let us not pressurize people into getting married. For me, for example, nobody really told me how difficult of a or how difficult marriage is. I'm so happy that I'm married to my friend, because I mean, my husband and I would do so much work, especially my husband. And I'm like, I didn't know it was like this. So me just feel married in a bed of roses, enjoyment. I forgot that, there's work, there are children to take care of. Jamal, can you let me talk, my love, please? Good boy. Clap for yourself. Clap. There are children to take care of. There's something called parenting. You have to be intentional. I didn't think of all those things when I was getting married. Me just say, okay, I'm married to the love of my life. Oh, my friend. But getting into the marriage and seeing that, it's not just love of your life matter. Like, there's a lot of work, emotional work, physical work, financial work. My husband does a lot. Jesus Christ. A lot. Me, the small work when I didn't even do, I'm like, hey, I didn't know it was like this. So let us normalize talking. I mean, in Nigeria, we do marriage classes. Before you marry, your church will organize marriage course. But they don't even tell you the major things. They don't even tell you the important things. You just go right ahead and you enter. So with motherhood, you're expected to stay strong and accept things as they come. For example, I had hemorrhoids when I had Jamal, and I still do have hemorrhoids. I knew nothing about it. Now, having my second child, I went through so much cramps. When I'm breastfeeding, after having my baby for like the first few days, whilst breastfeeding, I'll be screaming in pain. There's this abdominal pain that is like contractions, like labor contractions, especially when you are breastfeeding. Yeah, I did not know about it. I did not experience it when I had Jamal. They told me at the hospital here that the more you have children, the worse it gets. Like your third or my third is going to be more painful than my second. If I have 4, it's going to be more painful. That's literally my uterus shrinking back into my pelvis and trying to get back into its normal size. And breastfeeding triggers it, I did not know. Nobody told me about it. So it was a shocker for me. Like, a lot of things come to us as women in shock, and you're expected to manage and accept it and just move on and be strong. It's crazy. So for those that don't know, so my cousin, I was complaining to my cousin about that pain, and she told me that once the pain comes, I should suck in my tummy and do the pelvic floor exercise at the same time. It helps your tummy, get flat. If you see my belly, you're not going to say I just born. It's not because of this thing, I'm blessed like that. But she said it helps, helps with the flattening of your tummy and the tightening of your vaginal walls. So in case you are breastfeeding now, you see, I just share that information now. As my cousin takes share, I share them. So those that do not know before, when that contraction is coming, you suck in your tummy and you do the pelvic floor exercise at the same time. It's going to help you. It's magical. I did not know. How about constipation? When would they feel? It's not everybody, but for me, God, after having my baby, I just couldn't open my bowels. Thank God I did not have a tear. We don't even talk about that tear. Some people tell you how it's more painful than labor. You don't talk about how the tear, sometimes if you're not careful, the tear is going to open again. You have to go and restitch it. We don't share all this information. So imagine me, I didn't have a tear, but opening my bowels was hell because I was constipated. Like, my husband was yelling me. He said, I just pooped a tuber of yam. I actually bled, because I've got hemorrhoids. So, passing stool was hell. Because after delivery, there's constipation. There are lots of things that we do not share. And I'm just here to not talk too much, but just to say, please, let us learn to share. Whatever your experience is, please share so people know what they're going into. Sometimes when we share all these our delivery videos and things, it's not to scare you, it's just to prepare you for what you're going to see. A friend of mine is going through postpartum depression at this time. I've been calling to check up on her. It's been crazy. She labored for 3 whole days. Her story is something I don't want to share here because she's trying to heal and I don't want to open wounds. But just know that we need to share more. We need to talk more about these things. That's basically the point of this video. I just felt like talking, honestly. I just felt like coming out here to share this. And I'm going to leave you guys now. This is a different type of video. I'm not always like this, okay? I'm going to see you in my next video. Until then, take care of yourself. Know that I love you. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. And let us see in the comments. Bye, guys.